world turns round. Deceit and corruption, poverty abounds. What happened to looking out for one another? Respecting the old ones, caring for my brother. 'Cause every time all the tribulation compromise, future generation realize, live for a brighter life. Fight for love and emotion, need more humility, devotion. You and I live for a brighter life. We must believe in peace and harmony. That is a difference, it'll change your scenery. Colorblind is all we have to be as we lend a hand to someone who's in need. And every time all the tribulation compromise, future generations and realize, live for a brighter life. Fight for love and emotion, need more humility, devotion. You and I must live for a brighter life. Oh, 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 oh. Now even though it seems we've lost our way, let's try and right the wrongs that we've made. Illusions surround our minds and blind us from the paths we need to take. 'Cause every time all the tribulation compromise, future generations realize and live for a brighter life. Fight for love and emotion, need more humility, devotion. You and I live for a brighter life. Live for a brighter life. Brighter life. Oh, 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 oh. Brighter life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh,
Hey, all right.
That was awesome, Brother King.
Hello.
Wow. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam. How you guys, bro? Bro,
So, what song was that, man?
you know, that was a song off of my first album, Hey Mama. It was a song I wrote because at that time, which even has a little bit more meaning nowadays, but back then in 2016
Yeah.
is when I kind of wrote that song and released it on the first album, Hey Mama, in 2018. But you know, all the other tribulations, the trials, and
Yeah, man.
things all
nice,
going
man.
in the world, man. We just need to love, man. Just
That's what it is. It's all
That's-
about love, man.
that love,
That's it.
aloha, and I think,
Yeah.
and luckily, lucky we live Hawaii because
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I think we
Say
understand
no more.
that, and,
Say
Yeah.
no more. That's,
you know, we love
automatic.
everybody. We love everybody. Even
Yeah.
though I'm mad at you, but I still love you. Next time, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
say
yeah.
shut about, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
We always have that in our lives, and I think someone had wrote to me on my music page just about a week ago, and they said, hey, can we? Is that song "Brighter Life"? Is it found on YouTube or anything? I said, yeah, it's there. And they said because they wanted to send it out to their their social media page.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
They felt that everything that the world's going through, that's what we kind of need to look for and strive for, is one brighter
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, shoot.
No, I really like the. I was really listening to the lyrics, of course, but the arrangement when you went to the chorus, the bridge
The
part.
bridge part.
Yeah, so it breaks off to a nice bridge. Like really, that's some bridge. Like certain bridges is like
Right.
kind of close to the progression of the verses.
Right, exactly.
But it's like how Mackie Fury used to write. The bridge was such a bridge. That's some bridge, and when it comes back to the hurt or whatever it was, it sounded like that. It's like when real
The hurt, yeah.
So even like All I Want or like from the first album, it really felt like a cool bridge. I was like, wow. So I was like, wow, that's really taken to a different spot, different area. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool. It's some cool song.
Thank you, man.
Wow.
Love it. So that was A Mama, the album.
Yes, that was
Okay.
on the A Mama album, song called "Brighter Life." I got a quick story about that song.
Please.
What-
Yeah.
You know,
We get
it's like-
5 hours, bro.
Oh, so funny story about that song. So I was recording him at he's like a younger brother to me, Damon Williams, in his studio up in on the Big Island.
Yeah.
And we were recording that song, and basically we were recording the whole A Mama album and starting it off. And that song we were kind of, at that time, it was doing the Merry Monarch. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had Capena de Lima, Pena Boy.
Yeah.
They were there because they were playing for one of the halal.
Yeah.
And so he had called Damien and said, "Hey, what you guys doing?" And he said, "Oh, we're just cruising. We're gonna record with Kaleo over here recording." So he's like, "Oh, I like come." He hadn't seen Damon's studio yet. So I said, "Yeah, tell him come. Let's go hang out." So he came. We were hanging out, and it was after the performance that night. And I think it was the Friday night. It was Friday or Saturday night. So he came over, and it was late. It was like maybe 9:30 when he came. So we're just hanging out. So he's like, "Oh, Kaleo, what song are you working on now?" I said, "Well, one original that we're gonna put on this album." He's like, "Oh, what's the thing called?" I said, "Brighter Life." So at that time only had the scratch vocal and the guitar, just kind of like this.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh wow, let me hear." So he was there, and then he was like, "Oh, what you guys want to put on this song?" And I said, "Oh, kind of one reggae beat, but that island contemporary."
Yeah, the
kinda
island
side,
contemporary. Yeah.
almost that Maxi Priest sound.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
do,
yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I love Maxi
No, I
Priest.
love
yeah.
Maxi
Yeah,
Priest.
so it's
That's
reggae,
right.
but it's that dance
No,
hall.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh shoot!" So he listened to the song one
Yeah.
time, and then he said, "Oh, you mind if I fool around on the drums on him?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead, whatever." So he went inside because everything was set up right
Yeah.
in the studio, and he went there, and I think he said, "Okay, try play him one more time." So he played them, and Damien played it. He was kind of listening. He's playing around with halfway through the song. He said, "Okay, stop." Okay, so he said, "Okay, we're gonna try one take." So I was like, "Oh, shoot. Okay, go ahead."
That's quick.
So one time he's part with the drums.
Wow.
Drums, and he's like, "How's that sound?" And then Damon and I were like, "Yeah, that's pretty good, bro." So he's like, "Okay, you like that?" I said, "Yeah." So he came out of the studio. He goes, "Wow, Damon, whose bass is that?" I had one of Damon's friends' bass over there. He said, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Oh, let me try." So he plugged him in. He said, "Should I play him?" One take, and later bass line.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
I was like, remember, he just heard this song like 10 minutes ago, right?
Wow.
So who knew?
So then he goes like this, "Oh, that electric guitar work?" Yeah. He plug them in, and he lay all the guitar,
Wow.
one take each. So the rhythm, the skank, and then all the little,
Yeah,
one
all the
take each.
feels. Wow.
and then he take them off, and he's like, "Damon, what kind of patches you get for this keyboard?"
No,
Wow.
Done. One take.
I can't believe.
Within an hour and a half, he laid all the instruments for the song that you hear on that. I was like,
That's unbelievable, man.
and he's one damn fast and amazing engineer as well. and he can sing. You know, yeah.
Okay, so
Penna Boy.
That's solid, man.
And since then, you know, we've had a great friendship. You know, he's worked together a lot, and you know, wow, love you, Penna Boy.
Wow.
Damon, you're okay too.
hey, that's
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's a story,
and
man.
Yeah, it is. And I had no idea, but mind blowing.
I know he played drums and he could play the bass because you know you used to see him growing up. He was playing drums for the group Capenna, and then you fool around on the bass. But to really get to know him from that time forward and just really realize the musicianship and the talent of this kid is amazing. Anything out there, he can play.
Yeah, and play, and then not only play, but play to make your song. A song. Yeah.
When somebody's that, you know, musicianship or being musical, it's like there's so many people so musical and they're bilingual. They can rather be a bass and you say, "What? I didn't know you play organ. Oh, I didn't know you're doing sax solo."
Right.
But that's like, don't judge that person just from that one instrument. You don't know what they do, like they've been doing, and you're like, "What? You play drums?" You know, it's amazing, man.
No, it's
wow.
And every single instrument he plays like that's his instrument.
Right.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I know a few guys like that's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of you, though, Kaleo. Excuse me, my
Too much.
pork rind. The pork rind went down the wrong tube.
Let me edit.
No, wait, no edit that because that's what happens. That's what happens when you know share.
I got this from the Filipino store next time.
That happened when you know share.
I go minutes.
It's supposed to be the kind of hot one too. You know?
So this is
I go minutes stop. Go get Reese's Buttercup.
this is my version of Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Yeah. But
Ah.
take a look at this. I mean, I just pulled up some stuff on the internet.
Oh, that's
Wow.
in Reno. That.
And you've got
Kaleo, you got about like 20 million pictures.
20
though.
million pictures. And so I
What
would
the hell is stuck in me?
I want to say that any of our viewers, you know, we've got viewers from not only from Hawaii, but you know, mainland. We've got viewers and subscribers from Tokyo, all over the world, and many of them have heard about you and heard about your music and your songs that you've written and follow you from whatever you do. Thanks to social media like this.
Yeah,
So I just
man.
pulled this up because I'm not a stalker, okay, but I can. Is it considered stalking? I mean, we're friends, so I just looking up your
we're
stuff.
good friends.
Yeah,
yeah.
But look at this. I mean, you've got everything from, you know, the flyers
I like it, man.
to actual performances here and there. And I like this one, the one I just pulled up, because this reminds me of like playing in somebody's backyard.
That's exactly where it was.
Oh
too.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about this.
That
photo.
was at my good friends Kawai and Mo's house up in Reno. They are from Maui, but they moved up to Reno 8-9 years ago. They own a restaurant called Lily's restaurant. Amazing food.
Lily's in Reno, everyone.
Lily's in Reno.
local food.
Local food. Lily's Bar and Grill. Man, their food. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh no.
So,
But that's why every time we go up there, we stay at their house, and we were hanging out there.
How cool.
During the pandemic, a little bit.
Yeah.
Early when it first hit.
Right.
And lucky I was on a tour, and then I got stuck up there. When they shut everything, you know, they didn't shut the airports and stuff. So I couldn't. My flight was canceled, and then they said like the closest place I had to go, and at that time I was in Reno, and so I was supposed to go to another event in Arizona,
But you couldn't get out.
No, when I went there, they canceled it.
Oh.
Because that's when they're shutting everything down. So I couldn't get a flight back home. So I was trying to jump different places, and then I just said, I'm just going back to Reno, and called the family up and said, you guys get over here. And my wife was like, why am I going to come up now?
You come home, yeah.
You come home. And I said, no, we're going to come up here because at that time I didn't know how everything was going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I felt it was for the best because up there, and it kind of was, because over here was a little bit crazy, you know, Walmart, Costco,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
3-4 hour lines
Yeah.
just to get in.
There is
Yeah.
that week or that moments
Yeah.
where me and Kuhea would go, and if you're there an hour before they open,
Yeah.
then you would see everybody else kind of parked ready to
Right,
Yeah.
right.
hit the carts.
Yeah.
So that was that time, yeah.
Everyone was stocking Costco.
Everybody
man.
was stuck in Costco, Walmart, you know, all the lines outside.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I
So-
live west side. So that means every day I would have to drive out there and
Yeah.
then spend 3-4 hours before I even get in.
Yeah.
And that's even if I got to get in before I got to get back and hopefully go to work, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then what if something happened, you know, I was thinking, man, our hospital, you know.
No. I thought about that too.
know,
The one hospital for 100,000
You know
people.
what I'm saying?
So this is what this is March.
This is
April.
like March.
Yeah,
March.
but in the heat of the beginning part.
Yeah, the beginning part.
Yeah.
So,
So
so that was when it was kind of like, you know,
we never understand and know
Yeah.
what was going to happen.
Yeah.
so you're up in
So-
Reno with your
Up
your-
in Reno, and
your
I said, "You
friend's
guys
house.
come up here because we're gonna hang out up here." Because around there, you know, I said, "Look, we get 12 Walmarts, we get 5 Costco.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like we'll be okay.
Yeah.
We can go,
Yeah.
you know, like shoplift, and my wife works for the school at Line Luna. I said, you know, try see if you can, you know, do it on, and that's when everybody was kind of gotta go online for school, even
Right.
the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that's what it was, and we were just having it was someone's birthday celebration or something. So you know they Kawai has her halau up there. So basically, that's the big amp, and that's all they had. But because I had my guitar and my
Hey
amp,
man,
just
that's
plug
all
them
you
in and
need,
go.
bro.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like you got a foot pedal there.
Yeah, I had my foot pedal and my guitar. That's
I mean,
about it.
what else you need?
That's it.
That's all you
That's it.
need. For Kaleo, that's all Kaleo need. He didn't even need one amp. He didn't even need one amp. But yeah, it's good to and that just reminds me of like how musicians, how we start playing around at home. We start playing in the backyard, in the garage,
Yeah.
on the driveway. And then look at you now, man. You are just like, even though with this COVID, hopefully, you know, I know some of my musician friends are slowly getting back to work. Like what, 4 Seasons have some work for musicians. Or what is that? The Kanapali Beach Hotel, right? And
Yeah.
you, where are you playing on Maui?
Lahaina,
Okay.
Tommy Bahamas in Lahaina on Front Street, their new one that just opened.
That's a nice one, man.
That's you know,
Yeah.
and you know what? That corner is amazing, yeah.
It's amazing. You know what? Because I do that part time working down there, and because it's open air, and with this pandemic, it's perfect because
Yeah.
it's open air and it's not
Exactly.
closed and it's safe. You can distance and
Yeah.
just got a good air coming in.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. I mean, and you work at sunset right there.
What
on the
day? What
ocean.
days is it down there?
Tuesday, Saturday.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because
So today, yeah, I go after this. I go back home, relax, and then I head down there.
Oh wow. Well, we appreciate you coming, man.
Oh, of course.
Really,
what,
really
what time
do.
we start? 5.
5:00.
Oh, 5.
5 to 9. It's a long one, but you know what?
That's good, man.
It's good, man. It's
Yeah.
kind of like you said, with that fresh air and
Oh,
stuff. That
God,
thing.
I love it, man.
You just kind of kicking back, relaxing.
Yeah.
It's like okay, you know.
Now, Kaleo, you've been doing this since you was a kid, right?
Yeah, for
Okay.
a while. Yeah.
So now I have much appreciation for musicians who have remember back in the old days, you had to have all your songs in a book, binder.
yeah, I had them in a bind with a big black music stand.
You're funny though. I still use that.
You still use that? You know what? It was only up to a few years ago. I still use that, but now I get the clip app for my cell
No,
phone.
but check this out. That's so funny.
What or iPad, right? So did you transfer
Wow.
over to the
I
21st
had
century?
one. I had when the iPad first came out. The iPad 1. I had them, so I had one big. But you know what? After so long, you never realize that. You know, when you need for go service them, they don't service them anymore because they say on the iPad 55. So they're like. So after that, I had to get rid of that, and I only get my cell phone, which is.
Very
you know,
yeah.
I gotta make them wide, and the thing don't hold all the words there usually.
Yeah,
So sometimes
yeah.
playing like this, and then you go like this, and then you scroll too fast. Forgot the word.
Wait,
My
that-
wife get knots.
that-
But my wife get knots.
I
She like,
get 1,000,001 stories.
Right.
That's a new technique you need. Not only learning your chords, but you gotta learn how to do this.
oh, yeah. But when I first started, the bucket was on the left, so I would be like this, and I have to lift up and I chord, you know. So now I learned. I put them on the right there because the chord can ring and I can, you know.
But so anyway, so what I was saying about how when you start and then you build your repertoire and then you say, okay, I've got an hour's worth of songs,
Right.
and then you build and you build and you build. Now, so my curiosity, my question is, how many, like, I don't know if I want to put it in how many songs or how many hours worth of material do you think, you know, just roughly, like what you got, like you can
That's
just
interesting. Someone asked me that this past year when I was doing some lives and stuff. You know, one of the questions came up. How much? Because sometimes, you know, back in March, April, when I was doing some lives last year, I would go like 2-3 hours straight, you know, just kind of, you know, because you're feeling it and no more place for play. So we just, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So they asked me, and when I thought about it, I've done really long gigs before, you know, for conventions.
4-hour gigs,
stuff,
yeah.
you know, a 4 hour, even
No,
some
non-stop,
5, even
no-
some
no
5,
breaks.
6 hours. No, a break here and there, but haven't repeated a song.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's there, and getting older, and so sometimes you need those words, you know.
Yeah.
And so, and you know, you know, right, you know. So that's why I have that, you know, because
At the ready.
some I don't know,
Yeah.
remember the words or remember all the words, and
Yeah.
it helps, you know. And of course, like I said, my wife, she kind of announced because she's like, "You're always touching the screen, it's irritating." I said, "Listen," she's like, "Before you can memorize, you stay there and memorize a song." I said, "Listen, cannot memorize them that long anymore."
No, but isn't it funny because, you know, because I sing and play, but there's so much songs that say you did in the past, and because I only do covers, but just to memorize all these songs. So my friends was making fun of me. He's like, "Hey, Brian, you're the only guy with the black stand and with the black book." And then
Old school.
So and my friends one night, I'm playing with my partner. He got this iPad, right?
Right.
The battery die out. He go, "Boy, you get the song, you get the words to this song." I said, "No, no,
But you see,
it
Oh, okay.
happens.
So B has the hard copy,
Okay.
Yeah, I got a hard copy. Yeah,
but what you please come over to the 21st century. Get yourself an iPad. It'll make your life a little-
You still use hard copy.
no. So you know, Margie Hart, you're a great guitar player, singer. So Margie Hart, she does the same thing like me. She goes, "Brian, I don't care. I'm gonna do it that way," because she got like 1 billion songs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many songs in that binder. She brings another binder. I
Yeah,
say, "How
yeah.
can you memorize 500 songs?"
Yeah.
The words and all. It's not just a solo.
yeah.
So it's heavy, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, for those who can, you know, remember and have all this, basically a human jukebox that somebody's gonna shout out, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, okay, I play songs from them. Hey, what about? Oh, okay, I got that down too. It's like, wow, incredible.
No, it is, and you know, but even the young generation, they get their tablets and their iPhones and you know, so
Yeah.
you know, it's not. I think we the best of both worlds because we get plenty memorized, but we get the newer stuff too.
Yeah,
I think the younger generation, I don't think they will memorize as much as us because they get them right there already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, that's funny though. That's that's a topic even up in San Francisco. This one lady goes, "Hey Brian, and I can see your hands. You know when you're improvising, you can move that black stand away." It's like, okay, here. Okay, I need the words. Hey, laugh off, man.
Oh,
It was fun, man.
You know what's funny is that when I started getting into that whole thing on the phone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, there's many apps out there,
Yeah.
and they good because you can find the words and they already get the chords, right? And you
Yeah.
can transpose them too. You know, you
Yeah,
can
you can-
transpose
yeah.
up and down. You know,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
things stuff. So
Yeah.
easy because
yeah.
before what we gotta write them, right?
You gotta write them. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
if your voice changes, like okay, and if you don't know how to transpose,
No, that's true.
you know what I mean?
No, that's
So you
what I was
better-
telling you.
yeah, you better understand how to transpose.
No, I was talking to a couple of my friends. Said, "So Brian, you can get all the chords out." So what I used to do, if I'm gonna because sometimes I don't want to transpose on the run, right? I can, but I just say, hey, you know what? I can write out 2 progressions above the words. So I go from C to A minor, or like, okay, I go into E
Right.
flat to F minor. It's
Right.
like I get them all down, bro.
Right,
So if
right.
somebody sing, Hotel California, oh, I'm gonna sing them in F minor. Oh, you screwed.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you gotta
So-
transpose the
yeah,
whole thing right on the
exactly,
spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where a kipo comes in handy, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
one of the best keyboarders and players I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
I had the amazing privilege to work many years with Uncle Dennis Paval in the luau shows, okay, and whatever. If you've never seen him, go look. If maybe you can find videos of. Oh, okay. Well, left hand, right? So he jamming and we playing, and he looking at me. He's like, "Okay, what song we gonna do?" I go, "Eh." And he get his capo, brother. In the middle of the strum, he gonna go like this. Phew.
Wow.
And we still singing already, and he gonna go like this.
That's
we'll
great,
another
man.
key, boom, and he move his capo, and he playing.
Hey, that's
like no miss on
you,
beat.
you know what? That's great.
Oh wow.
That's
I really
superb,
like it.
man.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, no miss on beat.
Wow.
I love that.
So his
love
that's on one technique that he invented for
Right.
himself.
No, yeah,
I
because
wonder if have you seen anybody else do that?
no,
Since-
that's why I say just. Seriously, just for see
Yeah.
he move the capo
Yeah.
in time,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
miss one beat, okay,
Wow.
and then come strumming, and sometimes when you move the capo, you're trying to keep the same fingering, yeah,
Right, yeah.
you know, whether it's a G finger or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, no matter where he moved his capo, he was so
Into
knowledgeable and in tune with moving and where it is. He would go to a D finger, whatever it is, because whatever he wanted, he was comfortable in playing.
Yeah.
You know, if we're like, oh, F, he's like, okay. And he's say using the, the F down here with the D finger. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
I was like, oh. And then also, depending on what tuning he was in,
Yeah.
because he would tune in slack key too. One thing I learned from him is, just sing. No matter what anybody say, you sing from your heart, right? And you don't need. And I think that this is kind of one of the things that kind of stayed with me. And he said, boy, you don't need nobody to be with you all the time. You don't need one trio, one duo, whatever. You can solo, make your solo and do them how you do them.
There you go.
Because, even though he was, Ohana and stuff,
Yeah.
how many solo albums he had, how many songs. And I'll give you an example. We did we went to Honolulu. Went to cruise in Honolulu with Uncle Dennis and hang out because he was doing, I believe it was the birthday bash. Remember they used to have FM 100 birthday bash?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, those are
So
great.
that was
the
the,
Waikiki Shell.
yeah.
And he went on after, oh my goodness, I want to say either because of the flights and stuff, he went on like, it was in between like Natural Vibes, Capeno, something like that, one of those groups, okay?
Mhm.
So you're going to put one Hawaiian artist, okay, that I thought he was going to come by usually he had Uncle Nephi Brown on bass or whatever,
Wow.
come join him and stuff like that. Okay, so he's on the backside watching him, right? If brother never walk up by himself when they introduce him, and only him,
Yeah.
Waikiki Shell is packed, right? The left hand guitar, ring, ring, start playing by himself, singing. The whole crowd go, stand up. The whole crowd, only him by himself. For his whole set, nobody even sit down. I was like, oh my heck. That's one of the.
See, we have the and I like to talk to solo artists because it's such a powerful thing we have. And I'm not saying it's not fun to play with another guitar player
No, of
or
course,
bass player.
yeah,
no,
no.
it's great to sing with your best
Yeah,
friend,
yeah.
harmonize high-low
Right,
harmonies. But something about voice and guitar is just incredible. It goes back to like rather be you or James Taylor or Jim Croce. Yeah, I could listen to that all day for the rest of my life.
The simplicity.
Simplicity.
Yeah.
Voice, melody, some improvising,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever. But that's plenty.
Yeah.
That's like your whole ensemble.
Exactly.
That's your band right here.
Right. And you don't need to, especially solo, and this is another thing that I had learned from Uncle Dennis was you don't have to lead if you can lead inside your solo.
Right.
You make your guitar your own style and you sing and you just do that as long as they feel
Exactly.
what you're trying to put out.
Yeah.
How did you get first of all from a youngster playing music to get connected or even be in the same area with Dennis? Of all?
The luau shows, first of all.
Okay, you did luau shows.
Yeah, we did. I did luau shows way back in the day, whether it was Tihati,
Funny.
Olahaina, Fista Lele, all that kind of shows. And but one of the biggest influencers or that helped kind of shape me in that music industry way back when I first started was Auntie Hulu Lindsay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like my second mom.
Yeah.
Still yet love you, Auntie.
Yeah.
And Auntie Hulu used to take me everywhere. Maui Visitors Bureau trips, Hawaii Visitors Bureau trips, all over the nation kind of deals, and gigs here and there. Took me into the luau, so I got to learn a lot of that aspect.
Yeah.
So you would say that was like your first experience, like getting out and doing it like semi-professionally.
Yes.
So
well before we had family shows and stuff, but nothing like when you're by yourself and on your own after high school kind of deal, after college. She was the one that kind of
showed you how to do it.
Showed me.
What about all that hula shows? I mean, to a lot of musicians that we all know, that was the staple. That was the grounds of setting the pace, setting your niche, if that you're gonna do it for part-time, full-time, a deep career, a traveling musician. Yeah. All of that is all that's the grounds, man. Yeah. You have to go through, but it's typical. You did hula shows. You know what I mean?
Well, why? Because that's what there is when you live in Hawaii.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
how it is for everybody. So when you got to get experience and knowledge and mentorship from Auntie Lindsay, right? You said
Auntie Hulu, yeah.
Yeah, Auntie Hulu. And then you connected with Dennis Paval.
Many different artists, there was in that scene, because at that time also, you got to remember, Uncle Dennis was the MC at the Tihati show at the Hyatt.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
So him, and at one time him and Auntie Hulu.
Was like a co-host.
Was like a co-host kind of
something
deal.
like what was that?
Carol Kai
and that other guy. Timo,
yeah.
So would you say that he took a liking to you, and because I mean,
he just was one of those guys that just always just loved to Kani Kapila talk story.
He gravitated towards him too.
Gravitated. So many musicians, especially in the Tihati realm, that had a chance to play with Uncle and stuff like that, and then he was there. Tihati, he was there with Old Lahaina Luau and also with Fisalele, and Fisalele was kind of his last luau group that he had played for and performed with before his passing.
So as all this was going on, and as you're kind of learning and growing and getting into the professionalism of it, and you're running into these experts, and doing it, the guys who came before, when did you start doing that transition of composing your own songs and kind of branching out to outside of the hula show thing and look at this First Dance right here. Now this is your latest album.
That is the latest album, yes.
So how did you get from going from there to go, hey, I'm going to write something. I'm going to write one song.
In high school, carrying around the ukulele, and when I went to college, carrying around the ukulele, I used to carry the ukulele around everywhere in college, and people used to look at me like I'm dumb. But that's just kind of and I started writing.
Man.
Oh look, there that guy, that guy.
And you know what? Now everybody carry around the ukulele at college. You know what I'm saying? So this is like in '89, and stuff like that. You're carrying around all this skin, and they're looking at you. But now everybody does. But I'm not saying I would make the trend. I'm just saying that
Oh, you did.
Okay, fine. Nah. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that So when you got that, you write songs back then, and a couple of the songs, I wrote stuff like I either gave away or re-recorded and stuff like that. Some I can't remember because sometimes you don't write them down and stuff.
Right,
But it's from back then, I was always interested in writing my own stuff because my dad had written songs, and some of his things, we have saved away. So that might be something that I want to bring back and
awesome.
Maybe record a couple of his stuff.
Please do, man, because I think it's as a composer myself, I'm not a very good lyricist, but there's like you could record somebody else's song and do your own take on it. It sounds great, and you love it, and that's why you record it, because you like it personally. Now when it comes to your original songs on this album, I'm looking at the titles here. You've got like 9 tracks.
9 tracks, right?
Yeah.
A few of them are my originals. There's a couple of Hawaiian, traditional Hawaiian tunes that were written from our good friend Kawaiola, the Kumu up in Reno. And so RiFF Wailuku and Nani Alau were 2 songs that she had written. And she's written on my other albums as well, and I've performed her songs as well. And then on this album, we did a couple retakes, one with Brother Ron Kuala'au.
Brother Ron. Hey, shout out to Ron. Hey, everybody.
Knocks me off my feet.
Brother
Brother Ron.
You're gonna be on the roof, baby.
You coming? You coming?
We brought him back to the studio, and he was like, Hawaiian, Ron, Hawaiian, but I'm not coming here for like 20 years. So I had me, Brian Haya.
Wow.
Brian on the congas. On the old school, baby.
Wow, I like it.
Laying the stuff down for some other tracks. Brian did couple some congas, I think, on 3 tracks, I think.
Wow.
And then one of them was Knocks Me Off My Feet. And then we had Ron come up, and I was like, because the first time I ever heard this song, Ron was playing them live.
Yeah.
And he was playing them Lobster Cove. Remember that? Lobster Cove in Wailea.
Yeah.
Okay, so he stayed playing them. And I was like, bro, I like that song, Ron. He's like, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder,
I was
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
But and then he would record them with Lehua, Kalima. Like,
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Wow.
like 15, 20, a long time ago
Wow.
he recorded that song. So I wanted to do a version. And so I said, Ron,
That's a great cover, man.
come sing with me. He's like,
You know what? When I think about it, I can hear you, because you guys' tone are like, it's so soothing, that your voice and his voice. Oh my man!
It was fun.
The First Dance, Kaleo Phillips, your latest album. By the way, what number album is this? Not that we're counting.
This is my 3rd solo.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna play a song off of this album. And would you just give us a rundown on which one you want us to play first?
Well, since we're talking about this brother right here, why don't we
Let's do it,
play-
man.
play-
Yeah.
Featuring
Yeah.
my man, Ron Kuala'au, bro. I love this brother. I've known him for so many years.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave me my first guitar.
What?
One Black Ovation. Yeah, because I only used to play ukulele with Mr. Kenny Roberts.
So how are you getting your charisma and the people are just attracted to you because you're such a good person?
No. And
And
don't
then,
say that.
because okay, but so what a great song, Knocks Me Off My Feet.
Yeah.
You heard that
Brother
before, right?
Ron. Yeah,
You heard that, huh?
No, I haven't. But,
It's an oldie song. It's a great song,
yeah,
man.
it's a good song. Yeah, man, play on because the first guy singing is Ron, bro.
Yeah,
Because with his smooth voice, bro.
Oh yeah.
I love you, my brother.
yeah,
Brother Ron K.
Woohoo! Please come visit us at the RiFF.
I see us in the park, strolling on summer days, imaginings in my head, and words from our hearts told only to the wind, even without being said. I don't want to bore you with my troubles, something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. There's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet, knocks me off my feet. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, I love you.
the stars under a lover's tree, seen through the eyes of my mind. I reach out for the part of me that lives in you, that only our two hearts could find. I don't wanna bore you with my trouble. Something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Knocks me off my feet. I don't wanna bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't wanna bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. About your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Knocks me off my feet. I don't wanna bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't wanna bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more.
I want to talk about this amazing gentleman because that's where I think we first made our connection through this amazing man right here.
Oh yeah.
And I know, could you maybe share with us and the viewers and subscribers of your connection and how it was how it became so that you got connected with Willie and his show.
Well, with Uncle Willie, our families have been connected for many years. I mean, when they moved from Oahu, they moved to Lahaina. So that's where most of them grew up. Yeah. Lahaina, and that's where we're from. So our families grew up in Lahaina together through community things, through church, through all these kind of things that surrounded that small knit community of Lahaina. And so our families have been intertwined for years. Our fathers played music together. Uncle Manu and my dad played music together.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and my dad, had his own thing going on with greats like Auntie Wadi Kaina, when she used to run pretty much all of Kanapali and a lot of the entertainment thing with Gramps Painui coming over and stuff like that. And then my dad was also with Uncle Manu being his bass player for a lot of things. And then when Willie was 12, 13, 14 years old, after he power school, he would come and then he would play with them as well and stuff. So, but so like I said, our families have known each other for a while. And when Uncle Willie started getting huge and stuff, he's moving all over the place. I'd see him every now and then, and he would, hey, Phillips. And my mom's maiden name is Wagner. She's like, Phillips, Wagner, come on, because he went to school with my uncles and stuff like that on my mom's side. So I always see him in Honolulu, wherever it was, and so forth. And then when I recorded my first group album with brother Joshua Kahula and Pi'ilani Arias, we called Pono.
Josh, Ilani, aloha.
Brothers.
Hey, you guys, gotta get you on the riff.
Yeah, come on the riff, a good fun, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you played with Josh.
Yeah, me, Josh, and P. Lonnie, we called ourselves Pono. This was back almost 18, 19 years ago.
I heard you guys play when you guys played at Willie Show.
Oh.
One of the first shows.
Yeah.
Blew
Yeah,
my
we came back
mind.
together
Blew my mind.
to do that show
Amazing.
for Uncle.
Guys.
Wow.
We released an album called Home of Mine, which, by the way, for all you guys watching, if you guys have that physical copy of the Pono album, which was 18 years ago, that had songs like Boardwalk Angel on that all those songs that we did. One of the songs is Kupuna song. Uncle Willie wrote it for us, and we use that on our album.
Wow.
But we are digitally releasing that soon.
All right.
So
I was just gonna ask you
we're
that.
remastering it, and we're gonna digitally release it. That Pono album, so you'll be able to download it and stuff. So
that's cool, man.
Can I ask
Yeah.
just interject
go
real
ahead.
quick? Can I ask a favor that when it is released, is there any way we can get the three of you to come on the riff?
I'll go ask them, of course.
That would be epic.
Wow.
Yeah, we go ask them,
Okay.
see what they're doing, stuff like that. I'm sure we
That
could.
would be fun
Sweet.
if you can. But so anyways, on with Uncle Willie.
Yeah, so getting back to Uncle Willie. So it was always, our paths always, touched bases here and there, and now and then. And then when we were doing the, all the brunch shows, right, together and stuff like that, I did a couple of his golf tournaments too. He would call me up and come as one of the guests, play golf because I love golf, and then go play music and stuff like that. And he'd called me on one day because he knew I was recording the Mama album. I was starting to. He said, "Boy, who you gonna release them with?" I said, "Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be the first solo one."
Yeah.
So he said, "I like sign you."
Whoa.
To Maui Tribe. I said, "Oh, real? You sure?" He's like, "Oh yeah, of course I'm sure. I like sign you." And I said, "Oh wow, I'll be honored." And till today, because he had passed, already, blessed and fortunate, but I'm the only signed artist that Uncle Willie has on his Maui Tribe Records. And he, from that time, he just, we got closer and closer, and went on many tours with him, and just, learned from him, and just absorbed as much as I could, knowing that, the day would come one day that, he wouldn't be here anymore, but whatever I could grab and be with him and spend as much time with him, and just, and the family, and get just tighter and tighter, because like I said, we was only touching bases every now and then, and we see each other or whatever. But yeah, just I'm amazing. Just I cannot even. That's one of the only guys I know out there that can fully strum a whole song and pick inside the strumming somehow and make them sound like two guitars.
Yeah.
And then sing anything from country to rock to heavy metal to opera to Hawaiian, then go back to reggae, and just be in awe of what his mind, especially on stage, and then playing live with
spontaneous.
him. Yes, it's spontaneous, and what kind of things he comes up with his mind
right there and
there.
Well, I got a chance to, because he gave me my chance to be around him and around the show and stuff, and that's where we met. And I met many other so all thanks to him. And like you said, I would be amazed by his technique, because Willie had really long fingers, and they came like tapered. And then when I would see him play one small instrument like the ukulele, I noticed that he would play like I play like with my fingertips, right?
Right.
He was playing like this, but he could choose.
But no more the sound.
Yeah, and he could choose which string he wanted to hit, because he was so accurate with it.
Yeah,
it was amazing. And I was like, man, I want to, so I just in awe of his technique and awe of, and not only that, but you got to give it up for his band, or the members that was in his band before and after and during, that they could just go, really would just go look that way and bang, and then look that way, and so that's the joy. That's the ultimate band to me.
Oh, and you'll hear it from every one of those band members that he's ever played with.
Yeah.
Is that you just gotta be ready for gold.
Yeah.
He was like, he took it from when I used to watch him at the Whalers pub when I was 17, 18. So yeah, and he used to, you know, and
Yeah.
the way I was looking at it and the way he was looking at it too, because I rapped with him, is like the Jimi Hendrix experience. It's like they don't rehearse, they rehearse on stage live. And if you don't know your Q's and T's, you're not ready to play, bro. And you got to know your stuff. You got to know rhythm changes. And you got to know when where you're going to go fly into eternity. with
That
him.
you know,
That's what
true.
it is.
That-
I mean, it's like true improvising. It's like don't
Exactly.
even practice.
and then and with his with the,
No.
with the guys that was in his band, that was, you know, that was it. But he was so generous for artists like you. Grew up in a musical family, and so it was like a natural progression for you. And then now here you are with your next album, and how do you go about now with this pandemic and stuff to go and promote what you're doing? Like, what's your
Thank goodness for social media. You know, there's good and bad things about social media, right? But thank goodness that's a way to and being on the internet, doing some live shows or just promoting. So you know that's
Coming on the podcast and
Yeah.
promoting his incredible
coming
talent.
on the podcast.
yeah.
So you
with
know,
our with our million subscribers?
No, we're going to get there, bro.
hey,
Well, hey,
right on. We gotta start somewhere, right?
Thanks for you being on the show. I have a feeling that our subscription is gonna go up.
Oh yeah, you know what? If it goes up, bro, we're going. I don't know. We're gonna start a new party or something. Because I know we're gonna get like 500,000 subscribers, bro. Bro, this is Maui boy, bro.
You know,
So-
and you know, I wanted to touch bases on one more thing with Uncle Willie.
Oh yeah, please do.
On this new album, the track, and I believe it's track number 6,
Track number 6,
Strawberries and Wine.
Strawberries and Wine.
Uncle Willie wrote that song.
Oh,
And the month before he really got sick, this was in February, leading up to, it was like the beginning of February, he said, hey boy, you know, we've been talking about doing one song together, or you know, one album together, not just me do one
He
album
gonna write
under
a song for you, yeah.
or and we collaborate on a lot of things. He said, but I get one song, Strawberries and Wine, I like me and you record them. I said, oh okay, uncle. That night at Mulligan's when we were talking was the last night that he performed ever, because after that he got really sick the next week. He couldn't do it, and back and forth, and then I went on tour. I came back, and then Sister Amy, Hanayeli, and myself were covering the Mulligan's Wednesdays, you know, thinking that, hoping that he would get back, but he never did. But when I wanted to do this album, and this album was like the middle of November, toward the ending of November, I said, Mikey Casil. I said, brother, I like record on that album. He's like, oh, okay, when you going to release them? I'll say, I like release them before the end of the year. He's like, what? So me, him, and brother Wailuku got together and said, okay, look, these are the songs I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's just bang it out. We completed the album in about 2 weeks. And the song that I wanted, I said, I got to find Strawberries and Wine. So talk to Debbie, you know, Maui Tribe Productions Company, and we looked high and low, searching high and low, because, you know, Willie would leave little snippets on his hard drives of, you know, just tunes or melodies and stuff like that. And with like only like 2 or 3 days left, I think, like in a time frame of recording before we gotta get it in and try to make the deadline right before the end of the year, they found it and they sent it to us, and we were listening to it, and we were like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with this? And I was thinking, and they're like, you know what, no, you know, we know it was just his little, you know, click track, but it was really funky. It was like, you know, just a real fake thing. And then he's just playing one guitar, and he was just singing them real just like a one take kind of thing, just
Wait a
so
minute,
he
like
would get them down, like on draft, just
It's like
just
a
on demo,
rough draft,
rough
yeah,
draft,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they come back and maybe
Yeah.
it was only 2 verses.
Yeah.
So it's like, so they found them, and I was like, oh my gosh, how are we going? So they said, why don't you write a verse or so, and then change the music, do whatever you want to do, and then
Wow.
they wanted me to record it. So I said, okay. Went inside with Mikey and Wailau, and we were thinking about it. I said, listen, I want to slow it down, but I want to slow it down without changing the tempo, so doing like a half tempo or something. So it's a different groove.
Yeah.
And so we worked on it. I said, kind of like this. And we worked on some chord things and stuff like that. We got the music down and was pretty trippy. And I was like, okay, we're going to record it. And then I said, too bad we're not going to use his voice. And so Mikey was like, what? It's kind of separated. Let's see what we can do and work it. And then I said, if then we can drop him. If we can figure out to fix his vocals.
So
or,
you and extract his.
So extracted it off of that little demo.
Wow.
Put it in. I sang a verse. He sang a verse. I sang a verse. I didn't write another verse. We kept the 2 verses. He sang it again. We harmonized together. I harmonized for him on
Unreal.
him. And then we found little snippets on Instagram and things that he used to leave, talking back and forth with each other, that we put at the end, having a real quick, simple conversation and getting that laugh, that Willie K laugh that everybody knows. And we're very, very, very happy and honored because Strawberries and Wine came out, and
Okay. So
Uncle Willie.
So did he play that in his shows or something? Like, how do you know about that song?
No, he asked me. That's the last day that we talked on. The last day that he performed at Mulligan's, that he could.
He mentioned
And he
that
said-
song to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the only reason I knew it, because only like one other. I think it was one of his sisters. I think it was Doreen. She's like, oh no, yeah. I remember him talking about. I kind of heard him. Either they heard the little demo and stuff, because I don't know how long ago he wrote it. So nobody knew where it was in the file. So they had to go through all the hard drives and look and search and stuff like that, or his laptop and this, and they found it.
So that just that alone, okay.
So that's like like a Natalie Cole and the father, right? Like
Kind
kind
of like that.
kind of
man.
like
And
that.
it's,
Yeah.
it's trippy because
Wow.
That's very magical.
it came out as if he was there, and he probably was, in spirit. And
Wow.
it was an honor for that track, because for Mike Casil, one of his, he told me after we're done, he's like, Kaleo, thank you very much, because that was one of my bucket list things. Is he met Uncle Willie when we started touring for the A Mama album. They got a chance to spend pretty much a whole week together. That the band that I took got to talk and spend time with Uncle Willie during that time in 2018.
Would it be would it be okay for us to play the song on this show too?
Please do.
Okay, so we're gonna play
Strawberries and Wine,
from Kaleo Phillips album First Dance.
Conversation started slowly with words only my heart could hear. Every sound of your sweet voice, I felt the burdens of my life disappear. Seems that when you're holding me, tells me everything will be fine. With the world trembling beneath our feet, it's me and you and strawberries and wine. Well, let the evening take its natural course. You would lay beside me for a while and see what happens when your eyes meet mine. If it makes you simply want to smile, I know this will be yesterday. When we wake up, we will both be fine. and let the world tremble beneath our feet. It's me and you and strawberries and wine. Conversation started slowly with words only my heart could hear. Every sound of your sweet voice, I felt the burdens of my life disappear. Seems that when you're holding me, tells me everything will be fine. With the world trembling beneath our feet, it's me and you and strawberries and wine. Well, let the evening take its natural course. You would lay beside me for a while. See what happens in your eyes meet mine. If it makes you simply want to smile, I know this will be yesterday. When we wake up, we will both be fine. And let the world tremble beneath our feet. It's me and you and strawberries and wine. And let the world tremble beneath our feet. It's me and you and strawberries and wine. Uncle Willie.
Kaleo.
That was good fun, man.
Kaleo Phillips. Yeah.
By the way, who's your team? Who's your management team right now? That helps you tour. That helps you get all your
So
info?
basically, everything here in Hawaii, we just kind of do ourselves, and whatever. My wife and me, Maui tribe, here and there, whatever they can help with, and so forth. So we got Debbie, Ray, Doreen, Donora,
Yes.
that's part of that, and then also on the mainland, our good friends Jim and Reba Marbato, who was the agents and the booking team for Willie as well, and for Amy up there, Amy Hanaili up there as well. So I got them working and so forth, and then we got a great. Right now we've put together a pretty amazing graphics and tech team with Ipo and so forth. Ipo Wilhelm that did all the graphics, her and her team, for the new album. So we want to give a shout out to them and so
Wow.
forth.
Okay.
So,
You so that's amazing that you got like look at this Take Me Home.
So ironically, all the graphics from the Take Me Home album was done by Reba Marbato up in San Diego.
That is such a cool shot with the shadows, and is that logo up there? Is that your
that's
your
my
logo?
So kind of with the
Yeah,
Could
man.
could you explain or go a little deeper into what is wave? To me, it looks like waves. Am I wrong?
It is waves, but it also symbolizes and the reason why I created this logo with our good friend Aiden say down in Prison Street Graphics for their A Mama album, and it's kind of connecting us between the islands, the waves between the islands, but also symbolizing myself and my wife, together in that circle and touching bases. So
I like it, man.
Thank you. So that's been our take, and ironically, this one right here, we wanted to have that kind of guitar in that little
dreadnought guitar,
light dark place, because when I wrote the cover, Take Me Home, I was in a kind of a messed up dark place.
Yeah.
But it's a song that tells you basically, no matter the kind of mistakes you made, or the mistakes that people think you made, but it's not a mistake to you.
Yeah, yeah.
You still can come out of it.
Yes, yes.
And what helped me through those times was thinking of getting home.
You know what? That's
Getting
true,
home,
man.
You know.
You know, Kaleo, anytime you see like the word home, rather be the title of home in the islands, take me home, let's go home.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tired, let's go home. It brings you sensitivity of you going back within yourself, you going back into heart, you going back to family, you coming back to the islands. You just go home and be pono. Just be calm and just relax, rest. It's a good feeling, man. I love when I see titles with home inside. I feel good because it's really going back home.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? How about we play that song live?
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it live,
Okay.
man.
So
All
we're
right.
gonna.
We've been talking about it.
What song we're gonna do?
Take me home.
Okay.
Let me get a sound check here.
Let me tune up, bro.
Okay.
All right. So while the orchestra tunes up,
Hey, you got your nice rosy chicks look there.
I got my rosy.
I'm gonna write a song called. I'm gonna write a song. Wait. I gotta get it. This guy, he think I didn't drink coffee, so now it's my turn to. Wait. How come my voice is so soft?
No, because you was pegging you was in the red.
Oh, I was peeking.
Yeah.
I was peeking.
So what you say? My rosy cheeks.
Yeah, you get the. I'm gonna write a song called.
Wait.
No,
wait, hold on.
Kula Lavender, Rosy Cheeks, and beer bottles breaking.
No, you
something like that. No. I got you. I got you, son. No, my turn. No. I'm gonna take your electric bike and ride it down Haleakala.
No,
how's that?
You're supposed to say my rosy cheeks and lovely nut brown hair.
Rosy cheeks and lovely nut hair.
All right. Let's
cut that out. All right.
We're gonna hear this from.
Okay, let's do. We're gonna do this fast sound check.
Kaleo Phillips, Take Me Home.
How's the peak? Everything's good.
Yeah.
Good. You might want to turn it down just a little because it's gonna. This is like my what do I call this song? It's like, this is kind of one of my anthems because of that place. And if you listen to the words, you kind of hear what I'm talking about. But this is when I wrote this, it was kind of like my Kid Rock kind of song.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Single window looking out, no freedom here, it's all about living life in misery in this concrete jungle, you and me. Under lights, under watchful eyes, but you can't see what goes on inside. Realize no dignity. Now my so-called friends look at me differently. Take me home. Take me home where the sun shines and the breezes blow. Bring me peace of mind. Feel the rain upon my head. See the water flow in my riverbed back home. Day by day it's the same routine. Now I'm back in my town, feels like eternity. Just a dream, please wake me up and carry me away from all this crazy stuff. Take me home. Take me home where the sun will shine and the breezes blow. Bring me peace of mind. Feel the rain upon my head. See the water flow in my riverbed. Won't you take me home where the sun will shine and the breezes blow? Bring me peace of mind. Feel the rain upon my the song. Now we're going home where we belong, back home. Take me home where the sun shines and the breezes blow. Bring me peace of mind. Feel the rain upon my head. See the water flow in my riverbed. Won't you take me home where the sun will shine and the breezes blow? Bring me peace of mind. Feel the rain upon my head. See the water flow in my riverbed, back home. Back home. Back home. Single window looking out. Just a dream, please wake me up. Take me home.
Woo, yeah. Woohoo. Brother
yeah.
Kaleo Phillips.
Give me 10
Mahalo.
seconds, you guys.
All right.
Let me
Me soak that
find
in.
some words. Brother, I do this for a living, and I want to do that song in part of my repertoire, so I can have like 2 songs now.
So what's the mechanical
So,
royalty fees for that?
no, seriously, Arthur, can I have like the stage for 5 seconds?
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, that song is like, it's like an anthem, like, say, the words, and just because I know you and your story now, and just wow, I really want to play that song in my repertoire, man.
Thank you, man.
So can I have the chords in the black book?
I'll go make the hard copy for you.
And I like the letters this big. No, brother.
Awesome.
Thank you, my brother.
Hey,
That
Kaleo.
song, I want to do that song seriously, like ASAP, man. I mean, it's such a great message, man.
It's always an honor when other musicians,
Yeah.
perform your music. I mean,
how
hell.
was this? Right up here when you did it with these boys.
Oh yeah,
Did you
yeah.
have a
That was Uncle's,
there, man.
Uncle's thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, his tribute, his celebration of life kind of tribute thing at the guava tree. And
Kaleo, you had all these guys. You had Avi just doing blistering guitar solos over this song.
Right.
It was just incredible,
had
man.
Avi over there. We had
Wailao is
Wailao.
here. Who's it playing keyboards?
Keyboards is Pony.
Okay.
Caleb from Maui.
Uh-huh.
We had Mikey on the drums. And, we had Marty Farah on drums and so forth. And
Jerry
then
on the bass.
Jerry on the bass, and we had everybody.
That was unreal.
We had good fun, and then that's a song that Kaulike we called up Kaulike
Oh, that's
Vizcaya
right.
to come join us on that song, and
right, that's him
yeah,
right there.
and we did Spirits in the Wind.
Oh man.
Uncle
How is that, man? I mean, like, okay, so Kaleo, you know what this situation that the world's in, that we're in.
Yeah.
What is your personal take on not only just musicians and what we gonna do, but as far as the family and community, like, well, you know, I mean, if you want to share, like, what's your thoughts, and at least for inspiration and positiveness to the people out there who is, because I know there's a lot of people who are very disturbed and cannot function, and I feel sad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my take on this is, whatever we got to do and have to do to basically just take care of yourself, take care of your family first, yeah, and be respectful. You know, everybody has their own ideas and opinions, yeah, about things. You know, I see all this all over social media. It doesn't matter, who you're for, who you're against, and all this kind of work. We gotta let everybody have their own opinions.
Yes.
That's what being free is about, yeah. And just show respect and love for one another. That's why, I don't make any political comments,
Yeah.
during that whole time,
Right.
and I still won't.
Yeah.
It's because everybody is, do their own opinion,
Yeah, I believe that too. You know?
and we can agree to disagree on things and stuff, but that's your opinion. I have my opinion, whatever, but there's a respect and love aspect and a line you shouldn't cross. And if we can kind of, and another song we should bring back
Yeah.
with everybody is a song, Aloha, from Mana'o Company, Brother Danny's song,
Yeah.
because share a little aloha, and if everyone could have a little bit aloha in every boy and girl throughout the world, all this kind of stuff, the world would be a little bit better place,
Is that the song ALOHA?
That's the one,
I
man.
love that song, man.
I would just sing them the other night. I was thinking to myself,
What a
and
great-
after I finished, I said, hopefully everybody that was listening, I said, we could have a little bit of aloha, because it only makes sense because, share a little bit of aloha,
That's
put a little love
great
in your
song,
heart,
man.
put a little love
That's
in your
it,
heart,
man.
that's just what it's about.
Oh, so when you play that song, what key do you play it in?
I played in G.
Hey, wait.
Taking notes.
Hey, where my tablet, bro? Where my Murado pencil?
But what's on the horizon? What can we look forward to? Because I'm a fan. I'm a friend first. I really respect you, and I'm so glad that I got to my journey in life. Had our paths had come to where I get to know someone like you and get to know you, and I'm so in awe and I'm very proud and all the respect of everything you're doing and
Thank
what
you,
you've
brother.
done. And I've learned a lot that I didn't know about you from you visiting
yeah.
us.
Yes.
I thank you so much.
Thank you.
But what can we look forward to, or what are you
You know,
looking forward to? as we go
I'm
along?
looking forward to this year because, as is most human beings, because last year was so rough.
Yeah.
Oh man,
For a lot of us, and
absolutely.
my heart goes out to all those local small mom and pop businesses
Yeah.
around the world that just couldn't survive, and after coming, following the rules, coming back on, getting kicked back off, all this kind of stuff, and just I just hope that everybody just again shares love, aloha throughout everything, and just kind of help each other out, because like that first song that we opened with, man, Brighter Life, we all need to kind of all this tribulation, it compromises not only us but compromises our future, which is our children,
Yeah.
who are struggling right now, because of not being able to be in school or have a learning thing.
You gotta
or-
stay
and
distance from the kids and
the
from each
distancing
other.
from the kids, and we in Hawaii feel it a lot because that hug, how you brought out the
Exactly.
the honey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
that-
yeah.
all
The
that-
honey.
that
Yeah.
that interaction, and that our kids
And-
also do and grow up with.
And that's part of us.
That's part of
That's
us,
what makes
you know.
Hawaii, man.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Oh man, that is one of the hardest things to pull yourself not to do that. It really
Yeah.
it's strange.
No,
Yeah.
It's
it
a
is.
strange feeling.
It is, and still, it affects my kids, because my kids are very loving. It's up to them how they want to react to it. Or up to everybody how they want to react to it and stuff like that. But that's just one of the things that I feel that's sad, because that for us is a culture. Being that touch, that
Yeah.
aloha, that how we used to greet, forehead, nose to nose,
Yeah,
the breathing,
yeah.
that
The
life,
ha, yeah,
the ha,
yeah.
that goes back and forth is huge, man. I mean, my youngest ones, there's my last two. I got 6 kids. I got 2 boys and then 4 girls in a row. My 2 boys are way out of high school already. My oldest girl is a senior this year. My second girl is a freshman. Then my youngest 2 are 8 and 6. So they just kind of it's rough to see what they have to go through, and just kind of I wish everyone the best out there and so forth, and just I'm looking forward to making more music.
Yeah.
More music this year, and
Well,
just
good.
just keep coming out with songs and so forth.
I'm sure you will, and we're really excited about it. Where can people get your music now? Now with CDs being almost like cassettes,
Yeah.
obsolete.
It's getting
slowly.
there. Yeah,
It's getting there,
Yeah.
but
pretty
some
much.
some people hold on tight.
No,
to
yeah.
the cassette. So,
No.
are you gonna have cassette? Are you gonna have CDs, or just everything's gonna be downloadable?
So the first two albums, everything's all three albums are on all the digital platforms.
Okay.
You can get them all there, but
So
the first two
Yeah.
are physically in stores, Walmart's and all. The third one that I just released, the shipment hasn't come in yet. When that comes in, it'll be in stores too and so forth.
Okay.
But it's a work in progress. But
Right on.
Just making music, man. That's what I love to do.
hey, we want to thank you, and can we invite you back sometime once?
You can invite me anytime.
Okay.
bro.
Because
Anytime.
that's exactly what Tarvin said. Tarvin said, hey, if
Oh,
you
yeah,
cannot
Tarvin,
get,
yeah.
if somebody cancel, call me up. I'll be right down.
Hey, Kaleo, this is on the record, so Arlie didn't know this, but I'm gonna say it right now. I want you to write a song for me. I got a title. Okay.
Oh.
And the title is for my mom. My mom's name is Teresa. So I gotta, because I'm not a lyricist, but I can write progressions forever, right? So I want to name it Mother Teresa.
Nice.
So I got the title. So that's all I got.
Okay.
So just keep it in mind. I mean, you don't have to like tweak on it tonight or whatever, but I really want to do
Actually,
something.
I'll be
I want
honored,
to. No, I really want to do something for my mom
I'll be
because my
honored.
mom is 85.
Oh man.
And then my dad passed away years ago, but my brother died 3 years ago. But this song, Mother Teresa, because I can feel it. I want to do it with one voice, one guitar, and a lot of violin. So,
Oh,
because I love
nice,
violins.
nice,
So
yeah.
everything is more like, kind of like anthem, but it's like sad but yet happy. But just my love for my mom, because she's from
Cool.
Lahaina, and she's 85. She's she's been surviving great with this pandemic. Took care of my dad for so many years. So just her strength, and Mother Teresa,
There you go.
is the strength. Yeah,
There you go.
When
There you go.
you go back in time and what she
Yeah.
did and her perception and her 20 commandments beyond.
Nice, nice.
She's
Yeah.
very, very deep. So yeah, when you have a quiet time.
Some lyrics are flowing through my head already.
Oh, right,
so-
right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's that the gears are spinning.
And then,
That is
yeah,
good.
so I gotta give you my phone number after the show,
Yes,
man.
definitely, man.
Yeah, brother,
and
thank you.
good to see you because we never see each
Bro,
other for
unreal,
years,
man. When he told me that, I was like, I was kind of nervous driving over. She said, we should have carpool, but if that's the case. So I was thinking, like, Kaleo Phillips. I'm going, oh, bro. Wow, that's not for act, man. That's it, man.
Oh,
Wow,
man.
awesome,
Hey,
man.
how about we go on out with
Play a song, my brother.
ALOHA?
We can do that.
So a
no?
little.
Yeah, no.
reverb on his
Oh,
voice.
yeah, definitely.
All right.
So,
yeah,
how about we do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we go out with that,
yeah.
for some reason, this
Yeah.
song keeps hitting in my head.
Okay.
So let me do one song, and then we go right to that song right
Okay.
after.
Roger.
Okay?
Okay.
So this song
Yeah.
was on the second album,
Okay.
and
Second album titled
Take Me Home.
"Take
okay?
Me Home." Okay.
It was a song that was written by a very dear friend of mine who a lot of you know, and because he's an amazing musician who's played with everyone from Peter Moon Band to Kalapana to Country Comfort, okay, Uncle Randy Lorenzo.
Oh.
So this song, Keawaiki, the ballad of Keawaiki.
Oh yeah. Please do.
I want to tell you this story because it's not too often that I get to tell this story about the ballad of Keawaiki. And with Uncle Randy, I've always wanted to do this song. We named our last daughter, who's 6 years old, Keawaiki, after this song because that's one of my wife's and my favorite songs. Okay.
Oh.
So when I got with Randy and just talking about this thing, I said, "Hey, Rand, I record this song because if you didn't know, on A Mama album, Randy did a lot of the guitar and bass on that album, pretty much the whole album
Oh wow.
on the A Mama album.
Okay.
So so anyway, so I was like, "Hey, I'll ask you one favor. I wanna do the ballad of Keawaiki because it's never been redone."
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and I was kind of scared because that's a classic, yeah.
That's a
I know,
classic.
I was like, well, how the heck am
That's
I?
a classic.
So I said, well, first thing I'm gonna ask him. I
Yeah.
said, and he was like, brah, of course. Why you like do my stupid song? I was like, what's your big stupid song? That's
like
like,
the
that's,
class-
what are you
the
talking
classic,
about?
Classic
Classic
Hawaiian,
song,
bro.
So
Humble.
I flew to I flew him to Honolulu because he lived Big Island. So I was like, hey, we're gonna record him at Penna Boy's studio, okay? Because that's actually one of Penna Boy's idols too. Penna's always wanted to do a song with
Yeah.
Uncle Randy.
Yeah.
So he's like, Kaleo, for real, you gonna
He's
tell him,
iconic.
you gonna tell him come my studio? I said, yeah, bro. So I said, hey, we're gonna go. I go fly up there. We go talk story about the song. So flew him in like a day before, talking about the song. He said, so why you like record the song? So I told him, hey, well, you know my last daughter is Keawaiki. He said, yeah. I said, it's because of that song. And he said, oh, you name him after that song? I said, yeah. So he said, you know that song, how I didn't write them, yeah? I said, no. He said, that song was actually one filler song.
Wow.
They was
Wow.
already done. They was shot one song.
Yeah.
So they said, Randy, we need you to write one song. So he would write this song.
Yeah.
And where they was doing recordings and writings, he said on the Big Island, on the ocean side.
Yeah.
He said you would go, and they would make one whole trail. They smash on all these big high, the peely grass and stuff like that. They made one trail to go by one pool
Right.
of ocean water. Okay. And then they would sit and cruise and write the music and record some stuff over there for that album. Okay?
Yeah.
And he said while they were sitting in the pool, he would look behind the mountain range, and he look up and you see Pu'uanuhulu, okay, where at that time this whole Mauna Kea things, right?
Yeah,
You can see him
yeah.
up there. So he said, so in the song get your ocean, your pools mountainside,
yeah.
because they're sitting in the
Wow.
pool looking up.
I like it,
So,
man.
so at that whole Ahupua'a, the
Yeah, yeah.
Keawaiki. So
Yes.
that's where he got his inspiration. He would write the music, and then, of course, that became one hit.
That's some big
That's
hit.
a big hit. So he said, he's explaining this to me, and I said, well, he asked me, how come you didn't name your daughter after? And I said,
Yeah.
well, because inside a song you say, she has a warmness.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, you're referring to her like on Valley. Well, I mean the Valley to like a woman, a girl.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. So he not realizing, like I'm literally looking at, and I
Wow.
said, she has a warmness. She loves to hold inside, cools my body, and then this was my last baby, sleep with me,
Right,
but-
right.
This is what it means to me.
This is what it means to me.
Wow.
So he's
Kaleo,
like,
right on.
wow. And he said, so how you like doing? And so I went play on for him before we went in the studio, and he started bust crying because those of you who have heard it on the radios and stuff, get one Olelo Hawaii section, one Hawaiian section in that song that my good brother, Kumu Kamaka Kukona, mahalo my brother, went help me translate that to what I wanted, translate the words, but using the Hawaiian language, so it's not a literal translation. It has some meaning and content behind, which is what my vision was on why I named my daughter that and stuff. And so when I played it for him, the reason he was very emotional is he told me, I want to tell you something about the Ballad of Keawaiki. He said, when I wrote this song, this was in the 70s, the early 70s,
Yeah.
So this is in the time of with George Helm,
Yeah.
with all the sovereignty
Oh,
movement,
yeah,
the Olave, all that kind of
yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah.
All the things was happening.
Yes.
This was supposed to be, because you're looking up at Pu'uanuhulu, the whole thing was supposed to be, that whole song was supposed to be Hawaiian. I was like,
Wow.
huh? He's like, yeah. And he said, you remember they had, we had Uncle Larry Kimura, we all the ones that
I didn't hear
translate
that, yeah.
translate everything, all the songs into Hawaiian for them, and as a Peter Moon band too. And it just couldn't fit. And he said, it fits now. And he said he was so honored, and it was my honor. And I said, no, thank you very much for allowing me to do this, and and then that you approve of what this translation does. And it was a new thing that hadn't been done. And I said, I kind of scared for release this song. He said, don't be scared. One, you get my blessing. Two, is beautiful. So we had him come in played the guitar. Pen up did the drums. Pen Boy did the drums, the bass, the guitars too, and we and then we did the harmonies. And I said, Randy, I like you sing the second verse. He's like, what?
Wow.
So when you guys listen to him, just imagine that. And in the beginning of that song, get a little bit of Randy talking about the song and so forth. But that's the basis of the Ballad of Keawiki. But we're going to play them live for you guys. And then we're going to go.
Okay.
And then let's go into the
Bro.
that ALOHA song.
I'm so glad I get long sleeve today because I won't get chicken skin, man.
No, man.
Yeah.
So, but
His brother Kaleo Phillips, everybody. Aloha, man.
Aloha.
thank you. All right, let's see if we can do this right. Okay, hey.
On the lee side, she sits upon her bed, and like the stars and sun that shine, Keawiki, she helps me rest my mind. She is alone there, has no words, just time. She cooled my body in the night. Keawiki, she makes me feel alright. So fine, lovely rolling hills behind. Spread your rays of sun that shine. Keawiki, she brings me love and peace of mind. All the time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now she has a warmness I love to hold inside. She cools my body in the night. Keawiki, she makes me feel alright. Keawiki, your ocean pools at night. They draw me to the stars above, and the sweetness of your waters filled with love. He mehana e paolu mau I holu ku'uki no no o ke Hawaiki e malu I Hawaii. O ke Hawaiki ke kahi o ka po ho'i na hoku me ka wahi aloha alaona ona. O ke Hawaiki ho'omalu ka manaho. O ke Hawaiki e olu I Hawaii. O ke Hawaiki e malu ka manao. Randy, I love you, my brother. Larry Rolenzo.
Mahalo. Kaleo Phillips,
Brother
everybody.
Kaleo Phillips. Oh, OMG. Only on the riff. Wow.
Mahalo. Mahalo, Kaleo.
Brother
Thank
K,
you
man.
so much.
Hey, thank you, man.
I'm so happy. I'll be good thing get tables between us. I'll be tackling you and hugging you. Bro, that sounds so unbelievable. unbelievable. That that song is one of the favorites of mine of all besides Flying and Flying. I can sing that song every day. But that song, it's like saying that song like, would you hurt the man love? It's just a classic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a classic, bro. That the translation, beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, it was just, I could never do it like that, but it's wow. I'm blown away right now, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you,
brother. Love you, man, for
Love
that.
you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We like to thank you for. I mean, I'm just so amazed that I can call. I have your phone number. I was like,
Hey, you can just
phone
come
number.
over. Wow, that's
and it's
awesome,
like,
man.
It's like I go, hey B, guess what?
We're blessed,
It's like,
man.
yeah, it's like
We're blessed.
you got a hold of Kaleo. What? Yeah, I know him. I was like, yeah, it's my friend too. He agreed to be on the riff, so it's like, wow, what a great Saturday. Mahalo nui.
Oh, thank you, bro.
And I know you
Mahalo.
got a busy
Let's do
day.
a Saturday song, man. Going home, man. Let's go
Yeah.
home, man.
All right, so you're gonna take us out?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
the-
do
Okay,
that.
everybody.
Let's go home. Let's go
Mahalo.
home,
We'd
man.
like to say everybody, all of our subscribers, mahalo to
Mahalo, man.
The Riff and with Kaleo Phillips. All right,
Take us home, big.
mahalo.
Brother Danny Kennedy's for you, brother. Thank you for this wonderful song. Now, people, are you listening to what we're about to say? You see, we're on a mission, trying to find a way. Now, if you and me could make a guarantee and spread a little aloha around the world, I know we can work it out and make this world a better place for you and for me. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. Yeah. Now could you imagine all around the world? Well, a little aloha in every boy and girl. Could you imagine how simple life would be with a little aloha in you and me? Let's spread a little bit of aloha and put a little love in your heart and take a little dip in the ocean. Oh yeah, oh yeah, uh-huh. I'm singing A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha round the world. Yeah. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. To spread a little aloha round the world. Well, Arlie, you gonna take one? Yeah. Spread a little aloha around the world. Okay, Arlie, take one, man. Hanaho, keep going, man.
Heppa!
Yeah, Arlie, you got it, buddy.
Only on Maui. Only on Maui.
Yeah. Now aloha means hello. Aloha means goodbye. Aloha means I love you. I wanna take it higher. Wanna get high with a little aloha.
Brother King.
Aloha. Everybody sing. Hey, aloha, che. A little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha.
You're rocking there, son.
round the world.
All right.
Hey man, you gotta give it up for these two brothers, Arlie, Brother Brian. Oh my gosh, good to see you guys. The RiFF.
Yeah, the RiFF Wailuku. We're signing off.
Signing off.
Yeah, man. Aloha.
Mahalo, everybody. Hey, more aloha in our lives, man.
Yes, have a great
Brighter
day,
life,
guys.
bro. Love you guys.
Woo!
Woo!
All right, brother Kaleo Phillips. Much love and aloha to you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right.